Welcome to Sunday Springboard with Melanie and Kimberlyn Coaching, where we help women recover from and flourish after stress and trauma. Who are you? Do you have a clue? I don't always know who I am, but I have a cool shirt on, and I'm going to show you this shirt so that you will know who I am, um, who I don't know if I truly am. I'm trying to believe that I am this way. So hang on, let me see if I can get back where you can see this shirt. Okay, do you see what that says? It says flawless. I didn't want to show you just the beginning of it because then it just says flaw. It says I'm flawed, but I am flawed and yet I'm flawless also, right? So I just wanted to show you that because today we're talking about self-awareness. Hang on, I want to share my screen with you so we can kind of catch up and see where we're going. Okay, you know that we've been for weeks talking about stress and trauma. And if you have not watched the previous videos, of course, you can go to my website, kimberlyncoaching.com, look on the Springboard tab, and there you can watch all my past videos. You can catch up to where we are at the moment. We have been just going on and on about how to reduce stress. It seems to me that stress is a really big thing that we're all experiencing today. And so we talked about earlier ones how to regulate our bodies in the moment, how to calm ourselves, how to eliminate stressful situations to the degree that we can. And now we're working on how to decrease our reaction to stress. We've talked about the core disciplines. Awareness is the first one. These are ways of thinking, ways of acting. When we practice these disciplines, we can live a more powerful life. We can respond to life rather than react to life. And that way we will become less stressed no matter what is going on in our life. So today we're still continuing on awareness. Today we're doing self-awareness. The 5 areas that we want to do, that we want to become aware of. We talked about reality last week. Today we're going to talk about self-awareness. In the next weeks coming, we're going to talk about others, environment, and choices and options. So today we're going to talk about becoming self-aware. Now the areas that we want to talk about there, we're going to talk about our belief system, our values, thoughts, your feelings, your emotional responses, your energy level, and your response to stress. We want to become aware of all these things because if we're just running through life, not noticing, just running on automatic, in our subconscious, then we are not going to be aware of these, and things will happen that we don't understand. We will attract things and people in our life that we don't want, and we will be more stressed. So let's start with our belief system. Why do you believe what you believe? What do you believe? Do you know what you believe? What is the origin? Did this come through your parents? Did you develop this on your own? What if you challenge your beliefs? Are your beliefs true? Have you ever gone through a time where you have challenged them so that you know that these are yours? Are these your own beliefs? Are they something that's been passed down to you through the ages or through the years or through your family, and you don't even really know why you believe them? If you have not questioned yourself and challenged yourself, you may want to do this and find out, what do I truly believe? This kind of goes on into values. What is truly important to you? Sometimes people say something is really important to them, but their life does not really align with their values. Maybe they say family is very important to me, but yet they spend all their time working. Well, they're thinking, I'm working to provide money or to provide a home for my family, but actually they're not actually getting to spend the time with their family. So their family may not even realize that they are truly important to the person. So does your life align with your values? If you don't really know what your values are, maybe you haven't even really sat down and thought, what are they, and does my life align? I'm offering you a free values assessment. If you'll go to my website, kimberlyncoaching.com, look on the resources page, and you can give me your email and I will send you a free values assessment. You can go through that yourself and figure out which values are your top values, or if you would like me to help you with it, I always offer a free coaching session to anyone who would like it. For the first time, there's a link in the show notes. If you want me to help you with the values assessment, schedule a time, go to the resources page and download that values assessment, and we could spend our time working on that and figuring out what are your values and are you living in such a way that aligns with those values. Next, your thoughts. So you don't have any power over that first thought. You're just going along. This thought drops into your head out of the blue. You didn't plan it. You can't stop it. There's nothing you can do with that first thought. However, you do have choices over your next thoughts. What do you want to do with that thought? Do you want to ruminate on it? Do you want to obsess on it? Do you want to challenge it? Do you want to think about it, process it, and move on? What do you want to do? You have choices there. Another thing to understand about thoughts is that they are just thoughts. You don't have to believe everything you think. Isn't that freeing? I love that. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean you have to act on it, and it doesn't mean you have to believe it. You can actually challenge it. And so becoming aware of these thoughts, again, when you're just running through life, you're not aware of these things, you're reacting and not responding. So think about these thoughts that you're having. Are they serving you? Are these thoughts helping you live life, or are they dragging you down? If they're not serving you, if they're dragging you down, they're keeping you sad or angry or any kind of negative emotions, what is a different way to think about things? Well, last week we talked about reality and how we make interpretations of things. So we make an interpretation that someone is against us, or someone is ignoring us, or someone doesn't like us because they didn't talk to us. Well, what's a different way to think about that? Well, a different way to think about that is maybe they're having a rough time. Maybe they're busy. They're so focused on what they're doing that they didn't notice me. So we can choose to have different thoughts about things, but we have to become aware of them before we can even do that. So what about our feelings? So our feelings are caused by our thoughts. So if you have positive thoughts, they're probably going to create positive feelings. So as we become aware of our feelings, we know that they're neither good nor bad. But where do you feel them in your body? You feel it in your heart, you feel it in your tummy. Where do you feel it? Maybe you feel tightness in your shoulders. Just think about, where do you feel them? You can sit with them a while, or you can, if they're not ones that you want to feel long, you can process them, and that would be, you name it. What are you feeling? There are more feelings than just angry and sad. There are a lot more feelings. You can name them, you can claim them, and then you can let them go. Sometimes you may need some help with that. Again, I'm always willing to, and would love to help you with that. You can schedule that free coaching session. Emotional responses. Again, where do you feel your emotions? Where in your body are you feeling this? And then, is this your own emotion or someone else's? If you're an empath, you may be feeling and letting everyone else's emotions come into you, and you're feeling their feelings. It's not a bad thing, but if you're aware that that's what you're doing, it helps you be more peaceful and more joyful, and you can decide, yeah, I'm okay with feeling their feelings today, but are you going to say, yeah, that's not really my thing. I'm going to let that go. Your feelings and your emotions, again, they're neither good nor bad, but you can decide, how long do I want to stay here? Another thing you can think about, if you're feeling emotional, you're feeling overly sad or irritated or angry or whatever, is the acronym HALT. You can get overly emotional about things if you're too hungry, if you're too angry, if you're too lonely, if you're too tired. So if you're having problems with your emotions, you're feeling down or angry or irritated, look at that and see, am I too hungry? Am I hangry? Is what we often say that. Am I lonely? Do I need some connection with people? Am I tired? Do I just need to go to bed, take a nap? What do I need to do to help myself with these emotions? What is your energy level? Now, we have talked about energy levels a long time ago, and there are different energy levels. They're all neither good nor bad, but the lower levels are, if you stay there very long, they're very exhausting, they're very tiring. There's a lot of cortisol in the bottom couple of levels, and it can, in the long run, it can be destructive to your body. But becoming aware of the energy level that you're at can help you decide, is this energy level where I want to stay for the moment? Do I want to stay here for a while? Do I want to try to raise myself up to a different level? Or is this a good place? So when you're in level one, you're feeling like I lose. The world is against me. You're sad. Nothing ever goes right for me. I can't ever do anything right. You're depressed. You're apathetic. You have trouble having energy to get off the couch. So level one is just kind of, it was kind of sad. Level two is you lose. So level two, you're angry. You did this to me. Number one is I kind of did this, or something wrong with me. Level two, there's something wrong with you. You have done this to me. You have made me feel bad. You have treated me bad. This is actually can be a little more powerful than level one. So I'm not saying it's a bad level. It could be something that makes you move on. But if you stay here very long, you're going to feel tired and exhausted. And so you're probably going to want to be aware that you're there and eventually move on. Level three is a tolerating level. I win. If you win too, that's cool. You're not necessarily liking life, but it's okay. I can handle it. I can figure out a way to work around this. It's okay. This is a better level as far as positivity, and you are feeling more energy, and you're starting to move into the anabolic levels now. I haven't used these words in a long time. I used them a lot at first, but remember that catabolic is destructive. So level one and two are full of catabolic energy, and it tears it down. Anabolic means it lifts it up, builds it up. Levels 3 through 7 are anabolic energy. So level 3 is the first level where you're starting to get some anabolic energy. Level 4 is where I'm all about you. I want you to win. I'm caring about you. If you've got a lot of level 4 energy, you're really caring about other people. This is not a bad thing. This can be a good thing. However, if you're all about caring other people, but not about yourself, then you may end up back in level 1 or 2, feeling sorry for yourself or feeling angry. So if you have a lot of level 4, you want to make sure that you're also taking care of yourself. Level 5 is the idea that we both win. I want to help you and I want to help myself. I'm not going to help you to the detriment of myself or help me to the detriment of you. Let's work on a way to have a win-win situation. Level 6 is it's connected. We're all connected. We just want to all win all the time. We feel like the world is just one big family, and we really want to work through life to help as much as we can and feel a connectedness there. Level 7 is kind of a higher level. Nobody stays here all the time. It's not really a win or a lose. For me, being a Christian, I kind of think of this as when I'm really having an interaction with Jesus, when the Spirit is on me, or I'm just feeling a closeness there. It's also when you're totally involved in what you're doing. You're really passionate about it, and you look up and time just flew by. You didn't even know where that time went. So you're kind of in level 7 when you're there. And like I said, most people don't live in level 7 very often. The people that do are very powerful and accomplish a lot of great things. They live in their genius a lot. But most of us are down in the lower levels. But just become aware of what level you're at. And that way you can decide, is this serving me or do I want to change it? And then last is your response to stress. How do you respond? Now remember that when your brain thinks you're in danger and it can't determine between physical or emotional danger. And so when it's stress, your brain interprets that as danger and it pours all those hormones into your body. Remember that? You can be Bruce Banner, who is rational and logical, or you can be the Hulk, who's angry and can't think clearly, or you can be Einstein or Frankenstein. You can be the bottom of the ladder or the top of the ladder. And then the ways that you feel this in your body, this is meant for you to be able to be safe. So you're going to fight, flight, or I didn't put that right. Fight, flight, or freeze, not flee. And so, how do you personally respond? It's good to know this about yourself. Do you tend to be adaptive and take action? So, when you do that, you would be fighting or fleeing. Or do you tend to mitigate, which means avoiding? So, if you're in the adaptation and you take action, then you're more in that level two when you're under stress. And if you tend to more avoid, isolate, step back, don't want to be seen, don't want to be confrontational, just kind of want to stay out of it, then you tend to mitigate, and then you're in level one. How do you respond? Neither one is better than the other, though some may help you more at different stages of your life. Again, just become aware of this. What is your default? Is this serving you? Do you want to change? You can or you cannot. So let's just do a recap. What we want to become aware of when we're becoming aware of ourselves, we want to know about our belief systems, our values. Where do they come from? Do they really resonate with us? Do they really reflect who we really are? Our thoughts, our feelings. Are we thinking true things, which of course is affecting our feelings? Where do we feel our feelings? What are we feeling right now? What about our emotional responses? Are we overly emotional? Are we taking care of ourselves so that we're not too hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? Where do we feel all these in our body? What energy level are we feeling right now? Are we having high energy? Are we having low energy? And how do we respond to stress? What is my default? And is that serving me? And if it's not, how can I change that? Again, if you would like some help with working through any of this, I would love to help you. You can schedule a free coaching session. You can go to my website, watch all the previous videos. You can learn a lot there if you want. And meanwhile, I hope you have a stress-less week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.